Hi guys, I just wanted to come to you today and talk about how to save money while being natural. And so I'm going to give you 7 tips of how I believe you can save money, or if you're like on a budget or something. I know there are plenty of people who are like in college, just on budgets, you have families, and you don't want to spend a buttload of money, or you can't afford to be a product junkie. And a lot of people believe that you have to have all these different products in order to maintain your hair, and that's not necessarily true. When it comes down to natural hair, all you really have to do is keep it moisturized, and depending on where you live, keep it protected with protective hairstyles. I just like to have all different kinds of products for many different reasons. They'll have their cleansers for like shampoo or clays to cleanse their scalp. They'll have their conditioners. They'll have deep conditioners. They'll have stylers for their wash and goes, then other stylers for twist outs and braid outs. They'll have the misters to moisturize the hair just randomly. They'll have the steamers to moisturize the hair randomly. And you really don't have to have all of those different products in order to maintain your natural hair, or even if you're trying to grow it longer. It's just all about keeping it moisturized and, maybe doing some protective styling to help to retain the length. And so I'm going to give the 7 tips I believe that will help. Tip number 1, with shampoos, that's just simple. Shampoos, get a shampoo that doesn't have things that are going to strip your hair. Unless you're using a whole bunch of silicones, then you probably should use sulfate shampoos to actually cleanse all the stuff off the strands. But what I found to be the cheapest and most effective cleanser that doesn't strip the hair as harsh as shampoos with sulfates in it is, like I said in my other video, bentonite clay. Bentonite clay, it cleanses the scalp, it detoxes the hair, and you really only have to use it like once a month. But if you don't want to use bentonite clay, then of course you can stick to a regular shampoo of whichever one you like. For conditioners, you can always go and buy cheap conditioners because they have plenty of them for natural hair. They have Suave Naturals, they have VO5. Those are really cheap. They're usually like, I think Suave is like $1, maybe $1.25, something like that. VO5 is usually like 75, 85 cents. And I use those for like co-washing and things like that. Or just a regular rinse out conditioner. So you can use those, or if you did not have the money for some reason at the time, or you want to save more money from and instead of buying, you can just make your own. You can make conditioners out of bananas, you can make conditioners out of molasses, honey, aloe vera juice. You can add eggs and yogurt for protein into your conditioner if that's what you want. All those different things, they actually moisturize the hair. So you don't necessarily have to go out and buy conditioners, but you can make some out of the stuff you have in your kitchen. Tip number 3, for let's say leave-in conditioners. You don't necessarily have to go and buy a leave-in conditioner. I rarely ever buy a leave-in conditioner. I've tried it a couple times and I do like some, but I don't see that it's a necessity. So most of the time I just make my own. Water is a conditioner, people. It moisturizes your hair. It's a natural moisturizer. It's free at your house. You probably pay your water bill, but it's still at your house. So you can use water, put it in a spray bottle and mix it with some oil, some glycerin or something, and there's your own leave-in conditioner. Now, if you live in an environment or in a house where you don't have some type of filter and your water is hard water, and so it leaves your hair feeling dry and brittle, you can use aloe vera juice. I buy this big jug of aloe vera juice at Walmart for like $7, and it lasts me for like a year, if not longer. And I just keep it in the refrigerator. And so with it being cold and moisturizing, it closes the cuticles of my hair, it makes my hair moisturizing. If I'm going somewhere and I'm traveling and at that hotel the water is more hard, I'll just spray it with aloe vera juice and my hair is back to normal, is moisturized. You add some oil in it and there you go. You got an awesome moisturizer. As well as a spritzer that works the same as a leave-in conditioner and a spritzer. Tip number 4, deep conditioners. You can buy buy your own deep conditioner if you want, but for me, I've noticed that I spend more money on deep conditioners when I buy them because I have a lot of hair. And like right now, it's in a twist out and it don't seem too bad. But when it's wet, it gets bigger and bigger. And so I just have a lot of hair. And when I use conditioners out of the store, I find that I'm pretty much using the whole jar just for one time of washing my hair. Or if I use it, I'm only putting it like on some parts of my hair, but then inside is not getting any deep conditioner because it's so thick. And so I don't buy deep conditioners. I stopped buying them a while ago. I pretty much use my own, and you can like make it out of the stuff in your kitchen. You can use avocados, all the other ingredients I told you about before, bananas, honey, aloe vera juice, all those things work really well, just as well as the stuff in the store. And it probably will save you a whole lot of money versus buying a $10 jar that's probably about this big, and you can make as much, a whole bowl full of a deep conditioner with avocados, and you spend like $2-3. So that's my tip for deep conditioning. Tip number 5, stylers. You don't have to buy a lot of stylers. You can make your own as well. That's one of the things that I do buy. I do buy like aloe vera gel and sometimes Eco Styler gel, but my husband mostly uses the Eco Styler. I buy the Shea Moisture deep conditioning mask as my styler for my twist outs and everything, and that's only $10, and it lasts me a really long time. But if you did not have a lot of money to buy stylers, or if you use a whole lot of stylers a lot, you can still make your own styler. You can make it with raw shea butter. Let's see. I bought this thing of African shea butter, I don't know, probably about a year ago, if a year and a half ago maybe, and it probably was like $10. And so I'll take like half of it out, and I'll put it in a bowl, and then I'll add in different oils that I like, and I'll just whip it together, and it becomes creamy, and it's basically a styler. And you can also, of course, you can use this for your skin and all that too. You can also use like coconut oil, and you can mix it with aloe vera gel, the natural aloe vera gel. And when you mix it together, whip it, it will look liquidy after you whipped it, but you know, coconut oil solidifies after a while, so it becomes a styler. 6, I mentioned before, the hydrating mist. You can always make your own hydrating mist. You can use water or aloe vera juice, mix it with whatever oils your hair like, and shake it up, and there you go. It's a hydrating mist. It's pretty much the same thing as the stuff that you buy at the store, except for the ones you buy at the store, they're usually in a bottle about this big, and they're like $7 to $10, versus you can go and buy a gallon of aloe vera juice, and you can use it throughout the whole year, remaking your own bottle of hydrating mist without going back to spend another $7 to $10. And tip number 7, steamers. A lot of people want steamers because they look real nice, and you know, it steams the hair, and it's really a really cool way to moisturize the hair without getting it wet. Well, if you cannot afford to buy a steamer, you can afford to take a shower, I'm pretty sure, right? If you're looking at YouTube, I'm pretty sure you got a house to look to go and take a shower. So you could take a shower, pull your hair up in a ponytail so it won't get wet, and the steam from your hot shower will steam your hair the same way the handheld steamers will. And if you don't want to do that and you don't mind getting your hair wet, you can always go and do like the greenhouse effect. I think that's when you spray your hair, lightly mist it, and then you put on a shower cap, and you can wear it for an hour. Some people wear it all night long, and it moisturizes the hair. Because of the heat from your scalp, it basically makes steam underneath the shower cap. And so you could do that without having to go and spend however much. I would assume like maybe $50 for those steamers. But that's another way. Those are my tips on how to save money while being natural. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys.